Thank you for joining this webinar. This session is part of the Getting It Right campaign, which supports social and community service organizations to better understand their employment obligations. It is designed to provide general guidance only and to support organizations in applying the correct employment framework. How do I know what I should be paying my employees? This session includes a basic overview designed for social and community service organizations operating in Western Australia. In the social and community services sector, there are generally two options when it comes to award coverage. Your organization may be covered by the Social, Community, Home Care and Disability Services Award, often referred to as the SHADS Award. Or, it may be covered by a Western Australian State Award, such as the Social and Community Services WA Interim Award, or the Crisis Accommodation and Supported Housing Industry WA Interim Award. But which one applies to my organization? Which award applies depends on how your organization operates. If you receive the majority of your income from trading activities, then your organization will generally be covered by the SHADS Award. This is a Fair Work Commission award. What if I am not a trading corporation? Then, if your organization is not a trading corporation, then your employees will generally be covered by a Western Australian State Award. These awards are administered by the WA Industrial Relations Commission. To be considered a trading corporation, trading does not need to be the organization's main activity. What matters is whether trading activities are substantial, which is a question of fact and degree. Trading is interpreted broadly and includes business activities intended to generate revenue, even where the organization also has charitable or community purposes. So, what this means in practice? This means that a social or community service organization may still be a trading corporation. Let's now look at some examples of activities that may be considered trading. An organization may be engaging in trading if it delivers a service for a nominated fee, participates in a tendering process, or provides services where the purchaser is not required to use the service. Even if the cost to the client is discounted, the activity may still generate revenue. Importantly, that revenue is retained by the organization and can be used at its discretion. Trading income can include providing services for a fee, charging membership fees, selling goods at events, charging admission, selling merchandise, or earning income from investments. This is not an exhaustive list, but it provides a practical understanding of what is meant by trading. In short, trading involves an exchange of goods or services for money. If you undertake some of these activities, you may be wondering whether your organization is a trading corporation. As a general guide, if more than around 30% of your income comes from trading sources, it is likely that your organization will be considered a trading corporation. In that case, the SHADS Award will generally apply. What if my income is not from trading? If your organization is not a trading corporation, this usually means that your income primarily comes from grant funding received from a government body to deliver specific programs. Let's look at the key features of this type of income. Grant funding is typically governed by a service agreement. Organizations are required to meet performance requirements and benchmarks. Funds are usually paid in advance and must be spent exclusively on the funded program. Any unspent or unacquitted funds are generally required to be returned. Grant funding generally requires that money be spent only on the approved services outlined in the agreement. Any surplus or unspent funds are returned to the funding agency or reallocated with approval. Services delivered under grant funding are also commonly provided free of charge to clients. If most of your organization's income comes from grants, it is unlikely that you are considered a trading corporation. In this case, your employees will generally be covered by either the Social and Community Services WA Interim Award or the Crisis Accommodation and Supported Housing Industry WA Interim Award. Thank you for listening this webinar. For further information and support, visit our website at gettingitrite.com.au. You can complete the quiz and access additional resources to help you apply the correct award and meet your employment obligations. Also, this presentation provides general information only and does not constitute legal advice. Organizations should seek specific advice where required.